Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Yata vichitra vyasanat bhavadvir vishvato bayat mukshemahi anjashaivada tatana shadi suvrata. My dear Lord, true to your vow, please instruct me clearly so that by your mercy I may easily free myself from material existence, which is full of dangers. Commentary: Vishvato Bayat means from the samsara. Such an easy and clear voice. We read yesterday. O King, please, Narada was pleased with the question of the highly intelligent Vasudeva, which reminded Narada of Lord Krishna and his qualities. Thus Narada replied to Vasudeva as follows. Commentary: He remembered the Lord along with his qualities. There is a rule, adik artha dayesham karmani, verbs indicating remembering, giving, pitying, protecting, moving and ruling take the possessive case rather than the accusative. Thus Hare is in the possessive rather than the accusative case. Shri Narada Uvacha Samyak itat vyavashitam bhavatat sattvatar shava yak prichase bhagavatam dharmangstvang vishva bhavanam. Narada Muni said, O best of the sattvatas, you have quite correctly asked about the eternal duty of the living entity towards the Supreme Lord, which purifies the entire universe. Also,
this also right.
Today you have made me remember my Lord, the supremely blissful Narayan, who is auspicious, that whoever hears and chants about him becomes completely pure.
This is for today. This is today's. This you didn't read yesterday.
Pure devotional service rendered to the Supreme Lord, consisting of hearing, chanting, meditating, accepting it with faith, or praising others who perform it, immediately purifies even those who are envious of the Lord and the universe. We didn't hear that either, no? Okay. So, teachings of Kavi and Havi. The instructions here in the Srimad Bhagavatam are extremely concrete, and I would almost say revealing or confrontational. Means they say it's this way, that you have to do, that's correct. And it gives you, so Shastra means it cuts through illusion. I like to compare it to this sound. Shiss. It sounds like a cutting, no? Something is cut, the illusion is cut. So the Shastras, they do that. And it pains if you're in illusion and your illusion is cut. It's not most appealing. So here, we hear very good things. That is, hearing, chanting, meditating, accepting with faith the Lord, praising others who perform it, glorifying the devotees, immediately purifies even those who are envious of the Lord and the universe. So this is very, very hopeful, this giving hope. Those who are envious, they are very disqualified. Envy of the Lord and his devotees. This is really, really bad news. But if you chant and hear and remember and you accept with faith and you glorify others who do that, you will be purified, you will be cleansed from that envy. So this is very important, because envy is very unhappy to see that sometimes even devotees are envious of each other. It's funny, it's silly. Krishna gives enough space to everybody. Everybody can go and do whatever Krishna wants him to do. Of course, it's a big magic for somebody to accept the service, for example, to open a new temple. Who's going to get such an idea? Who is going to get the blessings to do that and reaches a point of definition, of decision? Yes, I want to open a new temple for my Guru Dev. I want to have a place where people can take shelter and get Krishna. Who gets such an idea? It's an almost impossible idea. You have to be completely brainwashed in order to do that. Well, I'm saying that jokingly, because brainwashing means you wash a dirty brain. It's a very good idea, because if you have a dirty brain, what's the use of that? So after a very good brainwash, but the word brainwash has been used with a very negative connotation. It is being used with the connotation of mind manipulation. That actually, instead of being washed, you're getting invaded by other ideas which drive away your previously conceived notions and establishes you in a new type of frame of thought. And that is this type of manipulation or change of attitude. This is suspected to be involuntarily. Like if I snatch you and I go, and then, yeah, I don't know what I wanted to do before. Now I just want to do what this person told me, Then this would be some kind of invasion of privacy. So the term brainwash is actually very, very important to analyze. Of course, Prabhupada, my Gurudev, when he was accused of brainwashing people, he argued, if their brain is dirty, what's the problem washing them? You wash everything which is dirty. You wash your car, you wash your clothes, you brush your teeth, everything where there's some accumulation of dirt, let's get rid of the dirt and wash it. So if the brain is dirty, shouldn't we wash it also? But that was Prabhupada's retaliation of the accusation. Actually, because of the negative connotation, there's another word we can use for brainwash, which is called education. And then, you mean those who educate others, they are brainwashing them? Well, no, unfortunately not. Because what is called education today, it is actually brain dirtying. They make the brain dirty with false, wrong conceptions of eat, sleep, and be merry, for tomorrow you die. Enjoy, control, get what you want, whatever system. What is the philosophy our world is following? It is called the philosophy of the right of conquest. The right of conquest is actually the thief's philosophy. It's like if you have $1 million and I somehow or other snatch the $1 million from you, maybe even I kill you, whatever, I get that money from you, and you cannot complain because you're afraid of me, and then I go, I'm a millionaire because I snatched this money from him. Well, we would say, you're not a millionaire, you're a big thief. You belong behind bars. What look what you did to the guy who had that money before. Now you have it. But the right of conquest of this world is accepting the right of conquest. And therefore this material world is so miserable, because anytime anybody can come and snatch away what you have and go around says, it's mine, I got it. That's what, when Bolivia was writing or making a court case against Chile for snatching away Arica and Antofagasta away from Bolivia, because that used to be Bolivia, this whole region. The Den Haag, or the Den Haag court, the international court, gave Bolivia the right, and they said, Chile, return that land to Bolivia. Then the Chileans, they wrote to the court a letter. They said, well, if the USA returns Hawaii to the original nation, if the Britishers return the Falklands to Argentina, and they gave some more examples, if they all do that, we will also return the land to Bolivia. So this is the principle of the right of conquest. You send your military, you take over, and then you say, it's mine. And internationally, it's accepted. Whether we like it or we don't like it, it's internationally accepted. And practically today, whenever you see some guy becomes president, now where did he get the money from to run his campaign? Most likely, it's coming from drugs money, or from stealing, or some corruption. How is it that some people in this world are so filthy rich? How is it? Did they get that money honestly? And if they didn't get it honest, why are they accepted in the job? Why is it accepted that they can become president of a country when the campaign was financed by drug money? So in this way, we are in a very unfortunate situation. This Kali Yuga is the right of conquest. It's not honesty, it's not purity. Because of that, it's a very dangerous place, and the people are very envious, and this envy is really making them very sad, and they cannot really become happy whatsoever. Because you're always scared. What I have can be taken away any moment. And I will not be defended. The court and all this will not be able to defend me. So, in other words, I am depending on the whim. Just depending on the whim. That's all. Very unfortunate. So we are here in this world depending on the whim of the criminals, not depending on the whim of honest people. That would not be so bad if I depend on the honest people. But if I depend on the cheaters, on the criminals, then my position is not nice. What to do? Life goes on. And we are lucky because pure devotional service rendered to the Supreme Lord, consisting of hearing, chant, meditating, accepting it with faith, or praising others who perform it, it will purify us. So you don't have to be envious of the criminals. Look, if somebody's a criminal and he got material opulence or power in this world, and you say, but I don't have it, so should you be envious or unhappy about this? No use of it. Wasting your time and energy. Whatever is the situation, you accept it. You accept it. That is really the best thing to do. And you go ahead with your preaching. Whatever will come, will come. Wherever we can preach, we will preach. Give you one example. This temple is nice, but next to this temple is a temple called Jagannath Mandir. And Jagannath Mandir is very big, has a big Goshala, big gardens, beautiful deities, has all the opulence, pretty much. And it's not supported by a mission like the Vrindavan mission. It's just one sadhu who lives there, who got this place from his guru, and everything, the finances are coming from donations. He's getting donations from donors. And in this way, he's managing. And he's telling us, you use all this. You can do this here, you can bring people here, you can do anything you want here. So why do I have to get another temple like this if I have the Jagannath Mandir right next door? You see? Enviousness is just some foolishness. Krishna wants us to preach the truth, because that's what nobody is doing. Everybody is busy with this, with that, with stealing, with lying, with all these things. So if you want to compete with them, you have to do the same. No, no need. Already we have everything. Everything we need. All we have to use it. All we have to do is welcome. Welcome everybody and say, yes, let us serve Lord Krishna. This is very interesting, getting rid of envy of any kind. Sometimes we think, oh, one time I lost a temple in Panama. I was just that short from buying a most beautiful place. And just as I came to pay for it, some general walked out of the door with the papers. He bought it. He snatched away right before my nose. Then I told the neighbor who had the most opulent farm in Panama with a private zoo and everything. I told him about it. And he felt a pity for me. And he said, okay, I sell you my land for $100,000. I said, I only have 10,000. I don't have 100,000. He said, okay, then give me the 10,000. I give you the land and you can pay the rest off over the next 10 years. And he says, and don't worry about it, because there's $60,000 of teak wood on my land. You only have to cut the teak, sell the teak, and so don't worry about payment. So practically this rich man, he gave me a beautiful land with a lake and everything. Absolutely spectacular. The one who knows that story is Shonuka, who's living next to our place. So we went to him. That night, he called his lawyer to make a paper, and I gave him the $10,000 and everything, but the notaries were closed. So next day was to register the signature in the notary to make it legal. That night he had a heart attack. Next day he was in hospital. We went to hospital. He was on life support. We played Prabhupada for him. We gave him tulasi leaf into his mouth. Ganges water, everything nice. He was happy and died. Then his daughter called us 2-3 days later. And she said, come and pick up your $10,000 because I'm not accepting that deal my father made with you. Our lawyer said, if you don't take the 10,000 back, you will be in court case. She's one of the richest women of Panama. You will never get this back for years, and you won't have your $10,000. You better go get your money back. So I went and got the money back, and I came back crying. I was crying. Oh, Krishna, why you do this to us? Why? So that time, one very rich man came to the temple. I knew him a long time ago. And I told him, I'm sad. We have no money. We could have bought this, but now we lost this and that. Would be nice to have much money. Then he said, Maharaj, there's many millionaires here in Panama. But you can bet that each and every one has at least killed 45 people to get there where they are. So you'll be better happy that you have no money. And he was a very rich man, so he knew what he was talking about. So this is the world of riches and corruption and killing and this and that. So don't be envious of that. If we have no money, fine. If we can just chant Hare Krishna, we need a pair of kartals, that's all. And we go and we are happy and we are chanting and we are glorifying the devotees who are doing so many nice things, publishing books, like this new book our Goswami Maharaj made for preaching. So, very nice. Preaching is going on everywhere, from Uruguay. So, preaching is our life. So, never be envious. And if you do feel some envy, then glorify devotees and do chanting and hearing. It will free you from that envy. Envy means I'm a little unhappy inside for things I do not have, and I see that others have it. If somebody has it honestly, so it's his karma. If somebody has some opulence honestly earned, don't be envious of that either. Either you say, Krishna, why I have such a bad karma? Well, because you're such an idiot. You did so many stupid things and now you're complaining on top. What a nonsense is this? He or she didn't do what you did. She did something else. Now she has money or this or that or beauty. So what the heck? Like people are always in communism, they are talking about the equal distribution of the financial resources. Very nice idea. But it doesn't work. Some people are intelligent, some people are not, some people are honest, some people are not. In this world there will never be an equal distribution of all the wealth to people. And then another thing, how important is money? What about health? Health is real wealth. So there's many sick people. Should they complain? May give me the health of the healthy and give my disease to them? What are you going to do with your disease? Well, tolerate it? Behave yourself? Don't eat sweets, no fried things? Get your health better? Improved? No white sugar? Which everybody loves so much? But is the sick person going to complain about the healthy people? So why should the poor people complain about the rich people? Or why should the ugly people complain about the beautiful people? Oh, you look so beautiful and I'm so... So health and beauty and wealth, they're connected. All of them are important to be happy. You can't be happy without health, even if you have wealth. And if you're ugly, even health and beauty is not the big thing. Like sometimes people are very ugly, but they're driving a big car and having big gold chains on their thing now. They're proud. But when they look in the mirror, they want to die. So this is the reality. So why don't we make justice in beauty, justice in health, and justice in wealth? Because you cannot. That's why. That's millions of beautiful Cubans with no money. And there's thousands of rich Americans with much money and not look beautiful at all. That's karma. Because one is born here and one is born a few kilometers up there on the other side of the water. So what to say in this world? We have to accept our karma and not be envious. But we do have the right and the duty to preach the glories of the Lord, the giver of everything to everybody, because He loves you. Because He really wants to be with you. If we suffer in this world, means the Lord wants you with Him. Yasyaham anugrinami harishitat shanang shanai. When Krishna wants you with Him, He takes away all the things you have in this world. He takes it all away. Leaves you with nothing. Can you imagine that? You be with nothing? Krishna takes everything away. Why? Because He loves you. Srila Prabhupada gave us this quotation with his own example. He says, all my business failed. Prabhupada was destined to be one of the biggest magnates in the pharmaceutical industry. He was working for Dr. Bose and he was offered the job of chief. And that became one of the biggest laboratories of India. But Prabhupada didn't accept it and he did this and that. Finally he said, Krishna took everything away from me. For what? That I can come to His lotus feet. Otherwise Prabhupada may never have taken sannyas if he would have been one of the richest people in India. So Krishna sometimes takes away. He takes away our health. All of a sudden, we think we are very healthy, and all of a sudden, my knee, I can't walk anymore. And then before you were running, and now you're limping. You know what it feels like when you limp? Well, you have to limp to know what it feels like limping. And there's different degrees of limping. The degree of limping of Hriday, for example, my God, he is a hero just by going from here to the door. That makes him a hero. How much struggle, or like Mother Lakshmi Sahasra, how much struggle she goes through just to move her body. But by her willpower, I don't care. I don't care. And they walk and talk and work and do everything. So, but you don't know, you walk and you don't think it's worth anything. You think your walking is automatic. Why you bother with my legs? Huh? None of your business. I'm walking until you have a pain in the foot, in the knee, or in the hip. And you have to go, doctor, what to do? What to do with my leg? Then you want other people to bother about your leg when it's not working. Huh? Then you want a massage, you want everything. So in this way, not only wealth we lose, we also lose health to surrender more to Krishna. There's nothing you win or lose is never out of control of the Supreme. And beauty, everybody loses beauty. Young, handsome people, tight skin, and then the hair falls out. No more hair. And some people, whatever little hair they got on the side, they let it grow. And they put like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And very carefully they put a hat on top. And then they that's the hair. Mandali doesn't have that problem yet. But then the teeth are also falling. And you know the teeth are the hardest thing in the body when they start shaking and paining. So the beauty is gone for everyone. We try to counteract it with beauty salon, with flowers, jewels. We try to make people think, no, my beauty is still there. But the skin wrinkles, some people you see like 90 years old, they have the face all wrinkled, you know. You don't know, it looks like an agricultural field to plant, you know. All wrinkled. Yes, well, that's another type of beauty if you want so. But you see, it's like everybody's destiny is no beauty. So then why be attached to beauty? Be attached to the one who gave you life, who gave you beauty, because this is another thing, by mercy. Here, this is the thing. Everything depends on mercy we receive. This is the one thing, you know. Only mercy gives anything to anyone, even if he steals. Then, by mercy, he was not caught. that means even a thief lives by mercy. Otherwise he could be in jail already. Now, how long this mercy will last, that's another question. Mercy is independent. Mercy can come and mercy can go anytime. So therefore, what we have in this world is all by mercy. So let's always be thankful for that mercy. Because that's the only thing which has any real value. So whatever health, wealth, or beauty you have, you got it by mercy. Be grateful. Say yes to that mercy. I received mercy undeservingly. I don't deserve mercy, but I got so much mercy. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Mercy. Only by that mercy we can survive. Only by that mercy we can reach the perfection of life. Only by that mercy we can have Harikatha and devotee friends. Only by that unbelievable mercy can we eat prasada. Billions of people in this world have not good food. Other billions of the planet only eat horrible foods. Horrible foods. And how many are getting prasada? Sumptuous prasada, like in Vindakuja. Best prasada. One applause for our cook, please. This delicious prasadam is mercy. Only by mercy. How did we get this good food? By all our loving cooks and loving deities who accept the offerings and then give us their remnants. Did we pay for that? No, you can never pay for mercy. If you think that mercy is a question of paying for it, you're wrong. Mercy is mercy. Even breathing is mercy. You know that when you're in Santiago or when you're in Mexico and there's only smoke to breathe, you go crazy. So air is mercy, water is mercy, food is mercy, friends are mercy, earth is mercy. We are living by mercy, each and everyone, even the atheists, even the pashandis, even the nonsense people. Everyone lives by mercy. And the mercy of prasadam, that's why it's called prasadam, God's mercy. The mercy of sadhu sangha. Oh, so much mercy. And getting spiritual realization is by mercy only. Accepting your karma is also mercy. What will we do without mercy? Nothing. So my dearest devotees of Lord Krishna, always be in bliss for the mercy you have received. Always be thankful for the mercy you have received. Always be compassionate with those who have not received that mercy yet. It's why we preach. It's an act of compassion. to share the mercy in the next Sunday feast at least. Come and get mercy. Only mercy can keep us going. Only mercy can make life joyful. Those who do not accept mercy, those who do not feel grateful for the mercy received, all those, they are unfortunate. They are unfortunate. Only after we receive mercy can we grow and be happy. So, this is the message of Srimad Bhagavatam. Atrapi adaharan titmam itiyasam purattanam arshavanam cha samvadam videhasya mahatmanaha. To explain the devotional service of the Lord, sages have related the ancient history of the conversation between the great King V.A. and the sons of Rishabha. Priyavrato namasuto manasvayambu vasyaya tasyagnidrastato nabir Rishabhastachutta smrita. Swayambhuva Manu had a son named Maharaj Priyavrata, and among Priyavrata's sons was Agnidra. From Agnidra was born Nabi, whose son was known as Rishabha. The sons of Rishabha were mentioned in the previous verse. Who was Rishabha? This is now explained. Tammahur Vasudevang Sang Mokshadharma Vivakshaya Avatirnam Sutta Sattam Tasyasit Brahmaparagam. Rishabha is accepted as a portion of Vasudeva, who appeared to propagate liberation. He had 100 sons, all perfect in Vedic knowledge. Tesham vai bharato yashto narayana parayana vikshyatam varsham mitatyam namnavaratam adbhutam. One of the 100 sons of Lord Rishabha, the eldest, Bharata, was completely devoted to Lord Narayan. The famous Varsha became the astonishing Bharata Varsha because of his name. What a son, no? That the whole world will be named after his son. That was the fortune of Rishabha, because Bharata Maharaj was such an incredible king that until today we say Bharata Mata or Bharata Varsha. All over India, everybody will understand. But Bharata Maharaj lived millions of years ago. So bhukta bhogam tyaktvemam nirgatastapas saharim upasinas tad padavim leve vai janrabistribi. King Bharata rejected this material world, considering all types of material pleasures temporary and useless. Leaving his house, he worshipped the Lord by severe austerities and attained the abode of the Lord after 3 lifetimes. Oh! He renounced the entire kingdom of the world. He considered this material world temporary and miserable and useless. He worshipped the Lord with severe austerities and attained the abode of the Lord after 3 lifetimes. how many lifetimes that makes for me. Oh. 3 million, 3,000, 300. Even Bharata, who renounced the entire world, still had to go through 3 lifetimes to reach the highest goal. This is a way to prepare us. Prepare for a long period of devotional service. Prepare, because then again, okay, it's miserable here. The material world is miserable, but if we can do devotional service and receive mercy, not that bad. We can tolerate something, right? What other choice we have anyway? So we can come back to Vrindavan to keep serving Braj. Is that what we want? Is that what we can do? The Lord knows how long we have to tolerate this corrupted world. Only He knows. He is our one and all. Jai Sri Krishna, Jai Sri Radhe, Jai Sri Radhe Sham. Only you, my Lord, are everything, and I want to be yours. Tesham navanavadvipa pattayosya samantata karmatantra pranetara ekashitir dvijataya. 9 of the remaining sons of Rishabha became the rulers of the 9 islands of Bharatavarsha, and they exercised complete sovereignty over the planet. 81 sons became Brahmanas and helped initiate the Vedic path of karma. He had a very powerful progeny. The biggest one, King Bharat, renounced everything. 9 sons became the rulers of all the different continents. Means at that time, the whole world was ruled by this one Vedic system. That's very amazing. What happened? Why the world in Kali Yuga has fallen so far away from Vedic culture. Even in India, Vedic culture is also in stress. Amongst the sons of Rishabha, the other became Brahmanas. Navabavan Mahabhaga Munayo Hyarta Sangsina Shramanavatarasana Atmavidya Visharada Kavir Havir Antariksha Prabhuda Pipalayana Avirhotro Tadrumilas Chamasa Karabhajana. The 9 remaining sons of Rishabha were greatly fortunate sages, discerning the highest truths, endeavoring for Paramatma, and were learned concerning Paramatma. They wandered about naked. Their names were Kavi, Havir, Antariksha, Prabhuda, Pipalayana, Avirhotra, Drumila, Chatasa, and Karabhajana. Commentary: they were discerned of the highest truths, Artha Samsina, making great endeavors for realization of Atman, and they were naked, Vata Rasana. Hopefully in South India. Srimad Bhagavatam is an amazing book, no? What stories, no? The 9 rulers of the different planets, they were running around naked. Well, we have a lot of naked sadhus in India. They're called Naga Babas. They run around naked. They never in their life went to a boutique. They don't know vanity with dress. But they may still be attached to their hair. Who knows? Naga Babas. Over the years, I also met many Naga Babas. One Naga Baba helped me to register the society when I first registered in India. My neighbor was a Naga Baba, and he was standing on one leg, and he never lay down. He was having a little thing coming from the tree he was leaning on, and he was sleeping that position. And he was also not speaking. He was also doing mauna. So when I needed some 7 signatures or something, in the beginning, first time I asked him, can you also sign and be our trustee? He said, no problem. He didn't say. So I had a Naga Baba. At that time he was very poor. He was just having this tree. Now there's a huge temple. The Naga Baba got so many donations that I made a huge temple there. He's not anymore under the tree. I don't know if he still lives. It's almost 30 years back. So Naga Babas, no? But they were the kings and they were running around naked. Yeah, I mean to say, if you find naked people like this today, why not then, being the king naked? So, the 9 Yogantras are liberated souls who travel unchecked to the planets of the Devatas, the perfect mystics, the Sadhyas, the heavenly musicians, the Yakshas, the human beings, and the Kinnaras and the serpents. As they wish, they can travel as well to the worlds of the sages, the Charanas, the ghostly followers of Lord Shiva, the Vidyadharas, the Brahmanas, and the cows. Once in Ajanaba, Bharata, they came upon the sacrificial performance of the great soul Maharaj Nimi, which was being carried out under the direction of sages. My dear king, seeing those pure devotees of the Lord who rival the sun in brilliance, everyone present, the performer of the sacrifice, the Brahmanas, and even the sacrificial fires, stood in respect. King Nimi understood that the 9 sages were exalted devotees of Narayan. Therefore, overjoyed at their auspicious arrival, he offered them suitable sitting places and worshipped them in the proper way. The 9 remaining sons of Rishabha were great fortunate sages, discerning the highest truths. I think they're not the kings. They're other ones, since he had 100 sons. It's not very clear here. My dear king, seeing those pure devotees of the Lord, King Nimi understood that the 9 sages were exalted devotees of Narayan. Therefore, overjoyed of their auspicious arrival, he offered them suitable sitting places and worshipped them in a proper way. Overwhelmed by transcendental joy, the king humbly bowed his head and then proceeded to question the 9 sages who glowed by their own effulgence and thus appeared equal to the 4 Kumaras, the sons of Lord Brahma. King Nimi said, I think that you must be direct associates of the Supreme Lord, whose famous souls. 2 verses describe how the king welcomed them. Why would the associate of Vishnu come here? The associates, Bhutani, of Vishnu move about to purify the worlds with their mercy. For the conditioned souls, the human body, which can be lost at any moment, is a rare opportunity for gaining liberation. But I think that even rarer than liberation is the association of pure devotees who are dear to the Lord of Vaikuntha. Wow! To meet pure devotees is more auspicious than liberation. Yesterday, when we went to Srila Maharaj festival, there were so many pure devotees, so many wonderful people we could associate with. And some of them you can listen to them and meet them. It is better to meet a pure devotee than to achieve liberation. Some people only quiet, silent, hermit, don't see anybody because they want to be liberated. But to meeting a pure devotee is better than liberation. Who? That's a good news. Very good news. So always stick around people like Gurudeva Tulananda, the preachers, the leaders. Always stick around them. Always keep their company. It's the best thing you can get. Because they're always serving Krishna. They're always busy doing things for Krishna. They always have Krishna in their mind, in their poetry, in their mantras. It's amazing. Pure devotees of the Lord are amazing. And every one of them is different. They're not all the same. Some do their devotional service in this way, some more in another way. It's amazing, no? It's like really fresh information. Even though it's eternal, it never grows old. Still, it is so fresh when you hear it from the Bhagavatam, from this wonderful 11th canto. O sinless one, therefore I ask you to kindly tell me what is most beneficial. Even half a moment's association with pure devotees within this world of birth and death is a treasure for any man. This is common. Same. Sadhu Sangu, Sarva Shastra Koi. But here it says, Atta adyantikam kshemam prichami bhavato naga samsarismin kshanardopi satsanga sevadirninam. Commentary. The meaning of this, when a guest comes, one must ask about his welfare, but to inquire from Atmaramas, who are the very form of auspiciousness, is inappropriate by its very nature. To ask about their health is a useless question. Therefore one should ask about spiritual welfare only. O sinless one, sins cannot exist in your presence. Just by your presence you have destroyed all my sins. But there is a goal for which we should strive. I ask about that. This may be asked later. What is the rush? Half a moment of the treasure of your association is valuable. If suddenly one attains the treasure, why should one delay in asking about the desired goal with enthusiasm? I have special good fortune because you are staying here for a long time. When you stay a long time with somebody, it's very difficult to keep the proper attitude in mind. Because half of a moment of the treasure of their association is most valuable. If suddenly one attains the treasure, why should one delay in asking about desired goal with enthusiasm? So when we are with devotees, we should connect. Please speak about how one engages in the devotional service of the Supreme Lord. If you consider me capable of properly hearing these topics, when a living entity offers loving service to the Supreme Lord, the Lord is immediately satisfied. In return, he gives himself to the surrendered soul. Service. That is what we get from a pure devotee. Service. He engages us in service. Whether we believe it or not, the devotee is going to say, come here, do this service. I'm always trying, by my grace, by my Guru's grace, to engage people in service. Right? Do some service in Guatemala, do some service in Colombia, do some service in Peru, do some service in Mexico, do some service in Tepoztlán, do some service in Villavicencio. Do some service with all the movie people in the world. Do some service with your art. Do some service with your structuring our study programs. But one thing is very important. Association is very important. And it's not easy to get association also. That's why we have Vindakunja, to get association. That's why we invited all the abuelos, grandfathers and grandmothers of the Kiva, so that they can get association. What will that do? We don't know. When they come back to their countries and they think about the Kumbh Mela and all the rishis and all the people they met, what will it do on them? I don't know. But it's powerful. That's what it's all about. Service. And they're already doing service for Mother Nature. They want to protect the rivers. And that's why they're also here. They're activists. But now they're getting association of many devotees. That's why we have to make sure all the good devotees come to meet them when they come here. It'll be very interesting to combine the mamos and all the sages of India with those who come for the Kiva Kumbh Mela. Very interesting. It's Krishna's plan. It's a historical meeting, never happened before. Having the association of pure devotees. Who gets the association? Well, we believe in our pure devotees and we wish they can have the association, but many things they also giving association. They are very exemplary, very beautiful people. Those who have worked with them, they can confirm that. Jai Radhe Krishna. Jai Sri Govinda Gopinath. So powerful is all this, that you can connect with association and service and gratefulness, receiving mercy. This Kiva Kumbh Mela is a receiving mercy. Can you imagine some of these people that never traveled to this part of the world, and somehow or other their ticket was collected, and then all of a sudden they put it in an airport and they're coming to Vrindavan, the land of the holy sages, where Mahaprabhu pilgrimed here. Once a lifetime Mahaprabhu came to Vrindavan. Right? Only once. Right? I think so. He always wanted to go to Vrindavan, but I think he ended up coming here only once. Unbelievable. And going to Prayagraj, the king of the holy places, to the Sangam, where Yamuna, Saraswati and Ganga meet, and take a bath there. unbelievable. It is completely unbelievable. But what is it really? Mercy. Mercy is mercy. You cannot understand mercy. Can you say big mercy, small mercy? You can say extraordinary mercy, yes. But mercy is mercy. One plate of food is mercy. Without food you die, so better you appreciate mercy. You're getting mercy, mercy, mercy. Every class is mercy. Every Bhagavatam listening is mercy. Every kirtan, every darshan of the deity is mercy. So we are surrounded by mercy. This is a life of mercy. And if you forget that what you get is mercy, you're a fool. Because without mercy nobody can live. And the association of pure devotees is the biggest, most amazing mercy. Nobody can understand how important, how great that mercy is. Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. Any questions? Please receive the mercy of Prabhupada and all the Vaishnavas and glorify them. If you don't glorify them, then you're probably going to talk nonsense. Because there's a lot of nonsense all over the world. And there's also mercy. Even on the internet, you can get mercy, or you can also get nonsense. It's up to you. Thank you.